Talk, shop, pop, movies.
Ahoy there, this is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile. If you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. On my channel, I like to talk, shop, and pop open, that is, movies and physical media. And today I'm finally back at it. I'm going to try to do my boutique label collection that is not part of the ones I have already done. This is the more obscure, often horror-leaning ones, so it's fitting now that it is October. I will be starting with, I'm just going to jump right into it, the Vestron video line. This is a cool line, a very, well, at least the second half. The earlier half are a little more spendy. I don't have the complete set. I want to get them because they are numbered and they match and they look pretty next to each other. And there's not too many of them. Even if you haven't started collecting them yet, you can go back and get all these probably with the slips. I've had luck. I haven't gotten one without one yet. Except for the time Best Buy sent me one with the slip removed because they took it off to shove it into an envelope smaller than the actual Blu-ray case. So I had to go to the store and exchange it because they're idiots. Anyways, let's get into this. Vestron Video. Number 2. I don't even have number 1. How sad, right? We got Blood Diner. So this is one of the older ones, obviously. Everything from like the second half onward comes with digital copies. These older ones do not, if I remember correctly. But they're cool releases. We have Night of the Living Dead 3, number 4 in the series. Number 9, I got the Wishmaster collection. This one pops up on sale pretty often. This one's a good deal. You get 4 Wishmaster movies in it. And even when it's not on sale, it's only in like the low 20s. So pretty good deal for 4 Wishmaster movies. Similar to this one, the Warlock collection. This is 3 films. This is spine number 11. Lionsgate knows what they're doing. So this is like a quasi-boutique label because it's just Lionsgate, but it's like a sub-label to the point where I consider it a little collection since they're numbered. We have number 17, Maximum Overdrive. This is the one that people often don't get with the slip, I've heard, so I was happy to get it. I didn't buy this until... This is the most recent one I bought, I think, so it wasn't that long ago. I did not get... Of course, I got it, then like 4 minutes later they announced that steelbook of it, but I'd rather have the one that matches the rest of them. And then they kind of like took a hiatus for a year or two and didn't release any more. And this is when I started collecting them and went back and bought some of the other ones. So number 18 is David Cronenberg's Shivers with the very Slither-esque cover art. I love that. I like Shivers. It's weird. It's got like armpit sex bugs in it. It makes sense. Number 19, childhood classic, Little Monsters. That is oddly similar to Monsters, Inc. when you think about it. In many a way. But yeah, I grew up loving this one. I don't love it as much as an adult. It's not one of those that kind of stayed as good, but I still appreciate it, and it gives me the nostalgia that we all love so much. Number 20, we have The Wraith. It's a good cheesy 80s movie with a pretty good cast. You got Charlie Sheen and the great Randy Quaid of all people. 21, I still need to watch this one. It's got Bruce Campbell in it. Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat. The fact that I'd never heard of this movie, which is impressive considering it's a Bruce Campbell movie when this came out. And it's got David Carradine too. And most of these are only in like the $10 to $15 range. Dementia 13. This is the Francis Ford Coppola one, if I remember right. Yeah. Have not watched this one. I love that cover though. It's really cool. It's like 7 minutes long, 69 minutes long. So, you know, don't expect much. Steel Dawn, number 23. This is back when I actually like tried and collected all of them as they came out. One of these days I'll watch these. I've seen some of them, but not all of them. Number 24, Candyman, Day of the Dead. You can actually get this, if they still have it, at Walmart, but it doesn't have the slip cover. It has those like weird Walmart exclusive slips, but it's the Vestron title. Like they did the same thing with The Gate, which I'm tempted to buy just to get the Vestron Gate for a good price if I see it, but I want this matching slipcover. I don't usually care about slipcovers, but this specific line is like one of the few things I do. Because why bother getting it if they, you know... I can get 30 movies to look the same. It's not that hard. Number 25, Dream a Little Dream with the Coreys. Extreme Prejudice. This is the one that they sent me with the slipcover thrown away, and the envelope was like basically made of glue on the inside. So I took it to Best Buy and exchanged it. And instead of being like, hey, can I just grab one off the shelf? They're like, no, we gotta make it complicated. This one was probably my favorite release they've done, honestly. Earth Girls Are Easy, number 27. One of my favorite movies growing up. I love this movie. One of my favorite 80s movies as well. I almost said Gene Goldberg. Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum. That's a person, right? And Damon Wayans and Jim Carrey. Before they were famous. And then we have Silent Night, Deadly Night Collection, number 28. I watched 2 of these 3 last year. I watched I watched just part 3, I think. I need to watch 4 and 5 still. 3 was tough to get through. It was different than the first 2, which was nice, because the first 2 are essentially the same film. But it's still, yeah. This Christmas, I'll watch the rest of them. And the most recent one I bought, number 29, The Dentist Collection. So 2 films, Dentist 1 and 2. The collections are a great deal because they sell them at like the same price as the individual films. I think the Silent Night, Deadly Night one was maybe $17.99 as opposed to the rest of them being like $11.99 or something like that. So yeah, they're all no higher than $20 for the newer ones. So that is my Vestron collection. I think number 30 is my boyfriend's A Vampire that I still need to grab next time I run into Best Buy or Walmart and I see it there, I'll grab it. But Vestron Video. If you don't have these, they're really good budget Blu-rays to spice up your collection. So I'll see what's on the next shelf. All right, the next chunk I grabbed my Mill Creek movies, which there's not a lot. I'm going to do the non-VHS retro slipcovers first, and then I have about 10 of those. So we have one of my wife's favorite shows that I do not like watching, The 10th Kingdom miniseries. There's some floof on it. Yeah, it's fine. If you've seen it, whatever. Good for you. That's all I can say. This one I got because it looks so stupid. Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend. Found it on clearance at Half Price Books, and it just looked too dumb to not buy. Hamilton, is a digital copy in this? I gotta open this and use that digital copy. Santa with Muscles, starring Hulk Hogan and Mila Kunis. Very young Mila Kunis. Yeah, so any movie with Hulk Hogan, it's watchable. And this I found at a children's, used clothing thrift store thing in Iowa. The Ernest double feature, Ernest Goes to Camp and Ernest Goes to Jail. This is not easy to find as far as I'm aware. And I found it, for like $3. The next batch of these I have are all retro VHS covers, which are cool looking. And all but like 2 of these I found at Menards for $5. So you'll see because they have. So if you want some of these and you don't have them all, check your Menards. They might have these. I found them last year. I grabbed The Babe with John Goodman. See, you got the big old $5 price tag on it right there. John Goodman as Babe Ruth. There's that. They do look neat. Blind Fury with Rutger Hauer. The Freshman with Marlon Brando and Matthew Broderick. Gold Diggers with Christina Ricci, and I always forget the other girl's name. Anna Chlumsky. That's a name right there. Gorillas in the Mist. Sigourney Weaver. Oscar-nominated performance there. This one's good. This is one I actually bought new. Happy Birthday to Me. I enjoy this one. It's a fun one. This one I actually really like. Heart and Souls. This is one I grew up watching, so I bought this. And a copy of it for my sister when it came out, because we both loved renting this movie as kids. Krull. I've had this one since it came out. Cheesy sci-fi movie. Another Menards find, Like Father, Like Son, with Dudley Moore and the insane Kirk Cameron. He's an insane person. And The Legend of Billie Jean. So yeah, these I honestly haven't really watched many of. I just grabbed them because I found them all at Menards one day. And I was like, I can't not buy these for $5 a piece, because even on Amazon, the cheapest they usually are is like $8 to $10. So half-ish off for cute little matching slipcovers. Why not, right? Okay, I grabbed the rest of what I want to show off here. Technically, this is Intervision, but it is a Severin title, if I'm not mistaken. So we got Severin Films. This box is ripped. But it is the Lenticular Birdemic Collection, Wings of Disaster. All 3 Birdemic films. I did an unboxing of this, and also go check out my Birdemic Shock and Terror Passages from the Bad Movie Bible episode. It was the first one I ever did. I haven't mustered up the courage to watch 2 and 3 yet, but the original one is So fun. It's so awesomely bad. I love it. This one, I got a really good deal on Amazon randomly one day. It was Blood for Dracula 4K. And this is a cool set. I did an unboxing for this too, but I'll just show it off quick just because it's neat looking. I love the old artwork on it. I need to do a double feature with this and Flesh for Frankenstein, but this is a 3-disc set that comes with the soundtrack as well, which is very cool. Not enough movies come with soundtracks. Not that I ever listen to them, but I like the fact that they are on there. All right, here's one I really want to rewatch, and soon, probably this month. George C. Scott in The Changeling 4K. This was a cool one. I got the Changeling ball, too. From them. Last time I bought something from them, they had those for like $3. Yeah, it's only open this one, but there's the original poster on this cover there. But yeah, this is a gorgeous set, and this slipcover is beefy. It's very Vinegar Syndrome thick. All right, this is the last Severin release, one I was very excited about when they announced it, because it's so bad, it's good. E.T. Extraterrestrial Visitors, also known as Pod People. Any Mystery Science Theater fan will know what I'm talking about. I have my stuffed Trumpy up there, but my back still hurts, so I don't want to stand up and sit down 300 more times than I already need to. But that is my Severin Films titles. I have a whopping two Ronin Flicks titles, but I have, and they're very good ones, I have Haunt. This is a kick-ass horror movie. That's pretty much what half of this video is going to end up being, is an unintentional watch these horror movies, because most boutique labels deal in a lot of horror movies, as we all know. Very good haunted house movie. So cover the same as that. There's a really cool collector's edition of this that comes with like a different slip and pins and things. But this is just the standard one. I recommend it highly. It is one of my favorite horror movies in the past handful of years, easily, that I've seen. Not that I sadly watch too many new horror movies. I got too much catching up to do. This one is cool. I Spit on Your Grave 4K. I pre-ordered this directly from them when they first announced it, because they just gave you a better deal on it, and you got the fancy glossy slip cover with it, which, you know, is cool. I got a reasonable price on it right off the bat, and I got it like 2 months earlier than they sold it in stores too, which was cool. This is a really good movie. It's a great movie if you like this kind of movie. And there's a good documentary on here too. Here's my one Grindhouse Films release, and it's a beaut. It is Pieces. I remember I fell in love with this release. It's got like embossed lettering on every side, and it's like a different font and color scheme everywhere it has the title of the movie. This one also has the soundtrack. I never did a video for this because I think I bought this right before I started my YouTube channel, so I'll show off the big chunk. This is getting a 4K at some point, you just know it is. But yeah, this is a very cool set. And then there's the soundtrack too. All right, I had to reload the camera there, ran out of footage. So next we have the Synapse collection, all 5 of them, but they are good ones. It's essentially like a Argento-esque collection, which the wife and I just need to do a Argento binge, because we both need to watch most of these movies. And the ones I have seen that she hasn't, I really want her to see because they're good. First we have the Demons set, Demons 1 and 2. I have not watched Demons 2 yet. Demons 1 I watched via Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs, and I really liked it. It is a very icky movie. It's the best way to describe it, but it is cool. I love the concept. I love the movie theater setting. There's Demons 2. I think Demons 2 is like TV related, as you can kind of see on the cover. But this is a cool set. I think you can still get it. I don't know if it'll come with the slipcover or anything, but I think it was limited to like 6,000 units or something. So don't take my word on it. You know, check on their website. What are you going to do? Next, we have another So Bad It's Good cult classic, Manos, The Hands of Fate. I found this at Half Price Books, and I just had to get it because damn is this movie terrible. It's one of those movies that when you watch it, you become a stronger human being by doing so. So that is why I always have to recommend Manos, The Hands of Fate. Here's a beautiful set, one I have unboxing of on my channel from forever ago. The limited edition Phenomena. These are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sets. I flipped this around so it's got the Creepers artwork. I like having the opposite artwork when available. I have had this for years, and I have not opened it. But the movie is gorgeous, and I love it. Suspiria on 4K. I would have watched it by now, but I don't know, I'm not in the mood to watch this with my kid around during the day kind of a thing, especially the last few years. Because he's not very old, and he probably shouldn't be watching Suspiria. And I watched, this was the first movie I ever watched with my wife on Netflix when we first got Netflix, like streaming. It was like an anniversary gift when we got married. So that's how long ago it was. We've been married for 13 years now. And so the first movie we ever watched together was Suspiria. Because I was like, we need to watch that, it's awesome. And it creeped her out, and I've not gotten her to rewatch it since. So maybe now, if we do the Dario Argento purge, binge, that's the better one. Binge and purge. Story of my life. We'll finally rewatch Suspiria. And then I have Tenebrae, which I still also have not watched. But this is one of my favorite boxes. I love the back of it. With the bloody severed arm. Only class in this business. And then there's the slit throat, different artwork there on the cover. These are such cool sets. I think they finally just released the standard version of this. All right, on to my miniature Olive Films collection, which I believe Olive Films is no more, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the comments if I'm an idiot. And of course, half of these, since I bought them, have gotten a 4K announcement / release, because I suck. I got these all, for the most part, when they were buy one, get one free or whatever on deep discount. So I grabbed Cujo, because I'd never seen Cujo, and of course now it's getting a 4K. But whatever. It's not that great of a movie from what I know, what I remember and what I've seen. So I don't need to spend $30 on it. I got Dirty Work, one of my all-time favorite comedies, with the late great Norm Macdonald and Chris Farley. I love Dirty Work. This is one where I was like, how do I not own that? So I grabbed that. Another childhood classic, Meteor Man. Probably not going to get a 4K. We're not that lucky, but I love Meteor Man. When you grow up loving superheroes and you don't get superhero movies very often as a kid, Meteor Man was one of my favorites. This is a 4K I might get. Monster Squad. My kid likes this movie. I never really watched it as a kid. I was a Goonies kid. I was not a Monster Squad kid. This is just a not as good Goonies to me, but with Universal Monsters in it. I love the concept, but it's a really short, over-edited movie where there's not much to it. But the monsters are amazing in it. But it is a good movie, and the fact that my kid likes it and we watched it a few times together definitely puts it on the I'll probably get the 4K at some point category. This one, I don't even know why I still have it, to be honest. Running Man. I have the 4K, so I don't know why I have this still. I found this at Half Price Books. That is why I grabbed it a million years ago. I love the movie, though. Running Man is one of my favorite Arnold movies. Probably the most underrated Arnold film. All right, here's a one-off. It's an import. A Studio Canal title. Collection, actually, of the John Carpenter films. I don't hate that Scream Factory re-released all John Carpenter's movies on 4K. I love that they did it. I just hate how hard I worked to collect them all. And then they did it so rapidly. And I don't know. You know what I mean. So instead of rebuying all of those to get them on 4K and spending God knows what on each one individually, I figured I'll just keep my Blu-rays for now. And I'll go for this John Carpenter 4K collection from Studio Canal. That comes with, I almost said The Thing, and that's like the one movie that's not in here. Escape from New York, Prince of Darkness, They Live, and The Fog. I watched all 4 of these. They all looked great. I'm very glad I went for this. This set is available on Amazon. You don't have to import it from anywhere weird if you don't want to. I think it was $50 on Amazon for all 4 of these classics on 4K. So look it up. It was about a year ago when I bought them. Next, I have a chunk of Blue Underground films. All but one of them are 4Ks, and the one that's not a 4K I found at a thrift store, so it was awesome. I have, a lot of these are unopened because I've watched the movies and then bought them right after seeing them for the first time and then haven't rewatched them since. I have Dead and Buried with the cool little lenticular guy eating burnt face. A lot of these I watched on Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. This is a pretty cool movie. It's got Grandpa Joe in it, so you know it's good. This one has a beautiful 4K from what I've heard, but this is the one I found at a thrift store, and you can't turn down a Blue Underground Blu-ray for like $2. So I grabbed the Final Countdown on Blu-ray. I grabbed Maniac on 4K. Did not get the slip, but for the price I paid, I don't care. Maniac is a good one. I really need to see the remake, though, with Elijah Wood. I have Maniac Cop 2. Arguably the best Maniac Cop film, at least from what I can recall. The first one has Bruce Campbell and Tom Atkins in it, but this one might be a slightly better movie overall. Sadly, Maniac Cop 1 is not on 4K from them because rights issues and blah, 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 but here is Maniac Cop 3. Here's another Argento movie I need to see, so I've kind of been saving it. I was going to watch it last year during my Anthology Horror August thing, but Two Evil Eyes, an anthology film from Argento and Romero. And then I had to grab Uncle Sam while it still had the amazing lenticular slipcover. I'm sure this movie is hot garbage. But, yeah. For half price with the slip, why the hell not? And then the great Zombie. One my wife actually wants to watch. She mentions it a lot. We just never get around to doing it. So I'm excited to rewatch Zombie. I have seen all these at least, except for Uncle Sam. I've watched all these once at least. And then I got one more chunk, and that'll be it. It is my Second Sight Films collection. I only have 3. These releases are outstanding. Everything they do is great. I don't have a region-free Blu-ray player, sadly. So I only get the 4Ks, and even then I rarely get them because they're expensive, let's be honest. But they're awesome. Like, they haven't made a thing that didn't look worth the money. I only get them, or if it's something I know I love with a passion, like this first one. And I only have 3, and they all start with the letter D. What the hell are the odds of that? I have my favorite zombie movie of all time, Dawn of the Dead, the standard edition. You know it's a good company when this is a standard edition release. The limited edition release is, 7 discs, and it comes with like the soundtrack and all that crap, which I almost bought when they announced it. But that was back when I didn't know that 4Ks were region free, so I didn't get it, thinking it wouldn't play on my player. But now that I'm not as much of an idiot, I would have bought it. But so I still got this. It's 4 discs. It is 3 separate cuts on 4K, and then a 4th Blu-ray special features disc. So I probably can't watch the special features disc, which sucks, but at least I get all 3 cuts of the film on 4K, and I love this movie. And like I said, this is a gorgeous one. I was lucky and got this on Amazon for like $30, which is crazy cheap, even for, especially when you don't have to like import it or get it from like a secondhand, like Orbit DVD kind of a place. But yeah, Dawn of the Dead, I love it. This one, Dog Soldiers. I love Dog Soldiers. It is very cool, very good werewolf movie. Don't know why that's still there. There's the back of it, not much on there. I did unboxings for all these too on my channel at some point, but this one I did get from Orbit DVD. I believe I got it because the great Tim Talks Talkies gifted me a gift card that I won for one of his streams he did. I was lucky enough to win it, and that is essentially what paid for it. So basically, Tim bought me Dog Soldiers. And this is one where I had the Scream Factory I can't talk, Blu-ray, which I just sold finally like 3 days ago. Yeah, I know, don't at me. I don't need 2 copies of every movie, especially when the Blu-ray looks like dog shit, no pun intended. But this 4K looks much better, and I really enjoy the movie, so I will happily take this for the same price as the Scream Factory 4K that is piss poor in quality compared to this release. And last but not least, the biggest thing I have for one movie in my collection, the thing that introduced me to this company in general, the Drive set, the limited edition Drive set. See, this is one I was like, sure, I'll get it, because I know I really, really like this movie. Albert Brooks in this movie is like one of my favorite performances in anything ever. I did an unboxing of this on my channel, but I'll show it off a little bit. There's the back. This thing is just chonky as all get out. There's the inside. And it comes with 2 books. Comes with the novel. If I can get it out of here. Yeah, so here's the book, the actual novel the movie is based on. Then there is well, technically there's postcards. I thought there was 3 books. Then there's like this storyboard book, hardcover storyboard book, some little postcard art card dealies. And then the worst thing about the release, honestly, is the fact that the 4K comes in like a chintzy little cardboard thing, as opposed to a actual 4K case. You can still buy all these standard versions, but the limited editions are long gone as far as I'm aware. I would like to get more of these Second Sight 4K releases. They are some of, if not the best things out there, which I'm sure you've heard from every single other person who has any of them. But like, they just released It Follows, which I probably would have gotten if I didn't just find the Blu-ray at Half Price Books like a month before they announced the damn thing. I need to see The Witch still. I won't blind buy a movie from them for like however much money. Like that Drive thing was like $70 or something like that, which it's an amazing set, but it's a lot of money for one movie if you don't know you love it. So that's why I'm picky when it comes to Second Sight Films, but there's no doubt that they are arguably the best in the business as far as quality and quantity goes with what you get. So that is what I'm going to do for this complete collection video, is basically my straggler boutique labels that are often horror leaning. So that's why I thought I would start this month with this one, and I will slowly go through the rest of my collection as we go. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Do you have any of these? Which ones do I need? Which second sight limited edition releases do I absolutely need in my collection? Let me know. Is that It Follows worth $50 if it's not already sold out? Because I know I like that movie. It's good, but I just bought it. So it's like, the pain of a collector, right? You buy it and then they announce it on 4K 3 days later. Even in this small pile, I mentioned that happened like 3 times at least. So like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Check out my TeePublic and SPREADSHOP stores. I will be doing a live stream ranking / overview called Franchise Focus of the Friday the 13th movies on Saturday the 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check that live stream out. It should be cool. I like this format that we've done, going over filmographies, and I wanted to do it with horror franchises, so why not start out with Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th weekend, and then from there we'll do Evil Dead and Nightmare on Elm Street and all those other cool things. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Talk, shop, pop, movies.